Good morning and welcome to Sports Over Mike. Happy 4th of July. Tommy Stafford's here. Bill Samaggio's with us this morning. Dan LaBelle. Ben is somewhere in the area. And Lou is on assignment. So I don't know. Lou had a couple of things to do today, family wise. So Lou took the day off today.
It was probably better off that Lou took the day off today from this particular program.
Yeah. Yes.
Well, why are you looking at me?
No, because I was going to say something to him.
Uh-oh.
Seven straight losses.
The streak ended.
Finally.
Seven in a
That's
row?
where it ended at. Yep. But we miss Lou, of course.
Don't worry. They'll go on a 7-game winning streak very soon.
They will.
They need you. They're about, 4 or 5 games behind Tampa now, aren't they?
Yeah, I think it's something like that. They're definitely behind.
Well, before we get to all of that
Yep.
stuff, we had some big stuff going on now.
Big.
And I don't know how those guys do it.
Whew.
I'm talking about World Cup.
Oh, well,
And Tommy Stafford's here to bring us up to date of what's going on.
Oh, and I got some questions for you.
well I can't wait. Well, what a day in the World Cup yesterday. It started off with Australia against Egypt. And Egypt defeated Australia on penalties to claim the first ever win in the World Cup knockout stage and sets up the last tie, 16, with Argentina. Defender Hussein Abdel Magood. Sounds Irish, doesn't it?
Call him
Magood
Smith.
scored. No.
Smith and
Scored,
Jones.
Mr. Magoo.
Mr. Magoo, yeah. Scored a decisive spot kick for the Pharaohs, who won the shootout 4-2 after Harry Suter and Lucas Harrigan missed in their efforts for Australia. That was sad, really, to see that. But Egypt took the lead again, ran of play at Dallas Stadium in the first knockout match since 1934. The final score on that one was Australia 1 and Egypt 1, and Egypt won on penalties after extra time, 4-2. And then we come on to what a game this was. Argentina against Cape Verde. And basically, it was the night the Minnows nearly became the Sharks because they were good. They were good. An 11th minute Burgess own goal saved the holders, New Argentina, because they won the last World Cup, from the biggest shock in the world of World Cup history as they scraped past the heroic debutants Cape Verde on in the last 32 or round of 32. The team, and I've got to read all this out because I wouldn't be able to do it justice if it didn't. The team was lying 64th in the FIFA rankings. Twice came from behind to equalize against a team that was ranked number 1 in the world.
Unbelievable.
It was unbelievable. But with a secure, locked 1-1 bid after 90 minutes, the outsiders forced their illustrious opponents into extra time. Martinez, then he went in for Argentina's superb finish in 92nd minute. Cabral of Cape Verde produced one of the world's great goals with 11 minutes later when he cut inside and left-footed shots into the far corner of the goal, right above the goalkeeper Martinez. And what a goal that was to make us score 2-2. And during the night of his career, Cabral was forced to a stunning save from Martinez 4 minutes from the end of extra time, but they could not draw level the third time to force penalties. And the score ended up, unfortunately, not good for Cape Verde. What's next for these teams? Well, as Cape Verde depart, Argentina will have the last 16 with Egypt in Atlanta on Tuesday the 7th at noon. And the final score on that one was Argentina 2, Cape Verde 2. After extra time, it was 3-2. And what a great display! That game, they'll be talking about that game for years and years to come because it was so good.
Where did they play that game?
They played the game at Miami.
Maybe that's where Lou was.
Well, I don't know, but I've never seen a game like. I've been watching the World Cup since '58. That's 60-odd years, and I've never seen a game like
Really?
that. Yeah, never seen a game like that. I watched Pele play his first game.
Mm-hmm. Oh, really?
Yeah, when the World Cup was in Sweden, and but I've never ever seen anything like that. And you think of an island of just over 500,000 population, and what they can produce from the island is incredible, absolutely incredible. But that game will definitely go down as one of the greats of all time.
Wow, that's quite a statement coming from you.
Yeah,
really.
It was good. It was a shame, and it's a shame when you watch the games continually one after another. God bless my wife for allowing me to do it. And the next game seems like a downer. And I'm sorry to say that, but it does. It's because of all the adrenaline and everything else. And
how do you top that?
I think my neighbors were screaming too. But that brought us on to the last game of the evening, and that was Colombia, the very last game of the round of 32. Colombia against Ghana, and that was in Kansas City. Colombia progressed to the World Cup last 16 with another convincing display as Arias' first half winner emulated a disappointing Ghana side in the sweltering heat of Kansas City, and it was hot there too.
Mm-hmm.
Playing in temperatures above 30 degrees centigrade, and I think that's probably hitting 90, 85, 90,
It gets real hot in Kansas City. Yeah.
Oh, yeah. But even after 10 o'clock, too.
Mm-hmm.
But the Nestor Lorenzo's men booked a date with Switzerland in Vancouver on Tuesday at 4 o'clock with the mouth-watering prospect of the quarterfinals meeting with Argentina, becoming the first beyond that. But the only surprise that they didn't win was by a wider margin. Ghana ended the night without even a shot on target, and that was bad. It must have been the heat with them, and they're from Ghana, so they're used to the hot temperatures. On target, registered just 4 of the total crosses in 4 games. Only Iraq had a fewer chances at this time, this World Cup. Indeed, Colombia had twice as many shots on target in the game, and Ghana managed to end the entire tournament, while Colombia side had 20 attempts, with 8 of them being on target. I must apologize for the hesitation in reading, but my problem with my left eye seems to be getting worse. Final score on that one was Colombia 1 and Ghana 0. What's on tap for today? Well, it's all happening. The round of 16 begins today. We have Paraguay against France. That's going to be at 5 o'clock tonight. And then Canada against Morocco. That's at 1 o'clock today. That'll be your first game. I'm sorry to read them in that way because this is the way they come out, match 89, match 90. And that's the way they categorize it. And then tomorrow, of course, you've got Brazil against Norway. That's at 4 o'clock. And then at 8 o'clock tomorrow night, and this might be altered because of weather conditions in Mexico. They're talking about knocking it back to like 6 o'clock. So I don't know, but Mexico against England, that should be a barn burner. That one. That's going to be at either 8 o'clock or 6 o'clock. So just stay tuned to your local broadcaster on that. And there, of course, all those games are on Fox Sports Net. Then we look forward to Monday, and we got Portugal against Spain. That's at 3 o'clock in the afternoon at Dallas. And USA, the big one, going to be 8 o'clock on Monday night in Seattle. And that's my report on the World Cup.
Oh, all right. Thank you, Tom. Appreciate it.
So, Tom,
Yes,
the
sir.
Paraguay game,
Yeah.
are they going to be giant killers again? I
don't
mean,
know.
they're playing unbelievable right
I know.
now.
I know.
Beat Germany now France, France is supposed to be
That's
one of the favorites.
I can't wait for that game. That's going to be today.
That's your selection, wasn't it? France, right?
Yeah. That was me. I picked France and Brazil for the final.
Yeah.
But, you're right, Bill, because that's going to be like an unpredictable situation.
Yeah, they're playing on house money right now. They're playing well.
Yeah, but
They're
so
playing
is France.
fast.
So is France.
Yeah, but you always got to go for the underdog, don't you? And
Oh yeah. I wouldn't doubt that. But
It all depends now.
France have got a lot of depth in their bench.
No, I'm just the way they're capturing a lot of the fans at the games. Paraguay is playing supposedly well above their head, but I mean they're a team that just it looks like they're having fun.
The dark horse of the tournament, apart from Cape Verde. I think the Cape Verde story is absolutely incredible.
Now,
No, sometimes those teams there, though, they, like you said, they playing like over their head.
Yeah.
Yeah,
But they have nothing to lose, really. They're not supposed to be there.
yeah,
from
And
somebody,
sometimes those teams are dangerous.
yeah, it's somebody who's played the game myself and played at a decent level. Cape Verde had it all together: the passing, tackling, the strategy, the defense. They were just incredible. And if I was a Premiership bosses or any of those people, I think I'd be looking at some of those players. I think I'd be looking at some of those players because they were good.
yeah. Now, the other night in the U.S. game,
Yeah,
U.S. lost their best player on
Yeah.
a red card.
yeah.
How does that work? There was no call made. Now the guy's down with the injury. They're checking it out. To me, it looked like he took a dive. But that's just my view on it. But they went to review on it, and there was no yellow card. He came out with the red card.
Mhm.
Does that happen a lot? Where there's no call?
I honestly think, Bill, you're not wrong in the way you saw it, because if you look at it closely, even on the review, the player was tackled, but then he turned, which enabled the other guy to put the studs on the back of his calf and bring it down. He didn't mean that. He didn't mean that. That's why FIFA are looking at that now.
Yeah, but now the guy can't play.
Well, up to now.
Yeah, because he's out for the rest of that game.
It could be overruled. But you've got to question that referee, Brazilian referee, and I'm not pointing fingers or anything like that, but you had a situation where that guy came under scrutiny for fixing games.
Yeah, well, the thing that gets me, there was no yellow card to start with.
No, it doesn't need to be. If he deems the foul bad enough for a red card, it's straight red.
And the guy, usually with the red card, the injury, the guy never comes back in the game.
Yeah.
Guy got up and he was playing like there was no problem.
Exactly. Yeah. But he did have the studs because you could see
Yeah,
the injury that it
but
took place. So
it wasn't his fault.
You got to. I know, but it wasn't the guy who committed the offense's fault.
Yeah.
Because he turned, and and I don't know what, and you and a million, God knows how many million other people are saying the same thing. So then you got to question the referee's judgment, the VAR. judgments as well. I think that needs to be looked at very, very closely, because that's not the first time the VAR would have got it wrong and it's been declared a goal or whatever it is on the field. And then they've come back later and apologized after further review. Well, you know, the further review is useless because, you know, then the game is all done and dusted.
Yeah,
But you know, I'll give the United States credit. They got the bit between the teeth, and they just went heck for leather.
Yeah,
they did, and they seem to play better after that as well.
Yeah, because they were only up 1-0.
Yeah.
And then they ended up getting a goal,
Getting a
being
goal.
a player down,
Yeah,
and
Now-
not allowing them to get another goal.
yeah, exactly.
Now, when it goes to review,
Yeah.
is it like the NFL where it goes to a governing body, or is it just that referee's view?
No, it'll be done by your independent body.
No, but I mean at the game, not
at the game.
Yeah,
No, it's just that opinion of the VAR, video assistant referee.
Yeah.
And and sometimes they get it wrong. And they've been proved that in the UK time and time again, because they use VAR. For the most part it works, and it brings out the truth in actually what happened, when they can slow it down and say, okay, this happened and that.
Well, it's basically the same thing, except
Yeah.
the guy's at the field,
Yeah.
right?
And no, those guys who were reviewed are in Dallas.
Oh, okay.
So it is like Major
Yeah.
League Baseball or the NFL.
Yeah. It's reviewed.
Well, that makes sense with all the technology they have. Why wouldn't they do it that way?
Yeah, you couldn't take that with you. But I wouldn't disagree with what your feelings are on that, Bill, because in my opinion, it was not a red card.
And for USA, I think it lifted them, realizing, hey,
It
we
did.
just lost our best player.
Yeah.
We're only up 1-0,
Mm-hmm.
and we got to play.
That's right.
And
They just rolled up the sleeves and got on with the job. And you know what? I credit the coach Pozzacini for instilling in them that you play for each other, and that's very, very obvious. I mean, he's finding what other coaches couldn't find with the USA team. And people would blame the coach, and it's fine. But the way the USA has to come from within the players, they have to have the desire.
Yeah.
And you can't instill that as a coach. That's got to come from themselves.
within, yeah.
But there's ways of producing that in the players, so they can think for themselves. And think, oh yeah, we've got to do this, we've got to do that, and we've got to be. You see it. I'll give you an example. You'll get down to the last 5 minutes and watch the team that's losing play, and if they'd have played like that all the game, they'd have won the game. And I think it's the same in any sport, really, isn't it?
Yep.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
Now, been watching, and I see they have one hydration break. I mean, these guys are playing in
One and a half.
Yeah,
Yeah.
these guys are playing in unbelievable.
I know.
heat. I'm surprised they don't do more.
Well, we were talking about that earlier on, that there should be more in these conditions. Like these conditions are unreal. To play 85 degrees temperature, I couldn't even walk on the field at 85 degrees.
Well,
You would think for this,
for the climate, right?
yeah. I mean, the way the weather is, you think they could give them extra time.
Yeah.
and the temperature on the field is not what some of the people in the stands.
Oh, no.
have. It's warmer.
Yeah, it's warmer. Yeah, it's usually about 5-6 degrees warmer.
I
But,
mean, you know these guys are athletes.
Yeah, but
I knew that before.
but
I did. I knew that. I really did. I knew these guys are really.
No, but I
happy.
mean,
when I see them running up and down the field the way they do,
well, the only
let
one
me tell you something.
the only one I can compare it to is hockey players,
Yeah.
because
Yeah.
you watch hockey
Yeah.
players,
Yep,
and they go heck for leather, yeah, through the entire game.
they don't.
I know,
stop.
but at least they get, they go in shifts. They
Yeah.
get to sit down for 45, 50 seconds
Yeah,
before they go back on. These guys are just up and down the field.
They're getting pounded too.
Oh,
When they're
yeah.
out there, the hockey
Oh
players.
yeah,
Yeah.
that's a whole
You know,
different
look at,
physicality.
if you can on Monday or on Sundays, watch Harry Kane from England. He's centre forward and he's captain as well. But he takes some beatings like you wouldn't believe. And Mo Salah, who plays for Egypt, takes some beatings as well. And a lot of people don't see it. But there's a lot of like snidey things go on. Like elbows, stamping on the feet. When the ball comes across on a corner, you'll see some players stamping on the goalkeeper's
Yeah,
foot.
when a guy goes up for a headbutt, he gets headbutted somewhere else.
Yeah, but there's all that. There's really no need for it. And I think we need to appraise the referees, and I'll tell you why. It's because you see, technically speaking, it used to be, and I don't know whether it's still in force, but the only person that was allowed to talk to the referee was the captain of the team. Now you get a lot of the players coming around the referee and trying to intimidate him to make the decision go their way. And even on the replays or the VAR review, where the ref reviews it on the field with the TV monitor, there's players behind them and yelling and doing this and doing that and trying to influence the referee. And we've got to reinforce that rule where nobody is allowed to talk to the referee except the captains. You want to talk to the referee, you go through your captain. And that's the way it is. And I don't see that being forced. And I think to a degree, they're creating a whip for their own back if they don't do that. And, it's proved now. Also, you get players when you get a corner, they've got their arms around other players. That they shouldn't be allowed. It shouldn't be allowed. And referees allow that.
Now, does that, like in Major League Baseball, when it comes to the World Series, they have more officials on the field.
Mhm.
Does World Cup go with a couple more officials on the? No, I'm saying, should they go instead of what?
Well, you've got the what we used to call linesmen, and they're now called assistant referees. They have a lot of power too. They can call. And I watched yesterday where a guy was taking a throw in, and all the time he was creeping up to gain a distance, and they call him back. He should have immediately waved his flag to the referee.
Yeah, I didn't realize those guys had more power than.
Yeah.
Than just,
And come back, take it where the infringement took place or where the ball went out, and but they're not doing that. And they need to. It needs to be reassessed. The referees, because I think to a degree referees can be abused. And you know what happens when you get on a referee's case is the emotion takes over inside the ref's head. So any call you get is questionable, is against you. And I'll guarantee that.
That's what I've always said too. You treat the referee with respect. Any of those 50-50 calls, you're a little bit more likely to get that in that situation.
Yes sir, no sir, sorry sir, it won't happen again. Instead of calling them whatever you like.
Yeah.
Never make it personal.
No.
Right, Ken?
Did you see that, sir? He was offside 4 times. Could you watch out for that? And that's it. It's a polite way of doing it, and the referee's not offended by that.
Yep.
But when he's telling him he doesn't know what he's doing, or why are you making judgments against us instead of when they should be for us? He's going to take a personal view of that.
Yeah.
And
You've blown 4 calls in a row.
Yeah.
Now, you don't say that.
Yeah, I know, but then then the emotion takes over, and then the calls don't go your way, and that's human nature.
Well,
Tommy, what do you think about the Portugal and Spain game in the round of 16?
I think Spain will.
Yeah, they look like a really good team.
They look very, very potent.
Yeah.
And Spain has Cristiano Ronaldo, who is, he's getting on, 42 years old, and I think he's about done.
What a win they had the other night, though. I mean, to have that goal called back, too, from the other team, that was an unbelievable finish to that game as well.
Yeah, But you see all the kids doing the stance of Cristiano.
Yeah, when he scores the goal.
Even my grandson does it, And he watches. He's just done his hair. He's a blondie anyway, but it's more blonde at the top.
Yeah, there was a player on the Chero High School boys soccer team the past season that did that when he scored too. So Ronaldo's had a major impact on the game, obviously.
I remember
coming to the end.
I remember when my son played. My son was a good player, and he got before a game he got a mohawk.
Nothing wrong with that.
And my wife looked at me, and I looked at my wife and said, "He doesn't belong to me."
There's nothing wrong with that.
But it was just outrageous in those days. I'm talking about the 80s.
Is that your son over there? No, that's not the other guy.
He's borrowed. But you get them. But they can influence what other young people think. And even when my grandson scores, he'll come down and do the Cristiano Ronaldo
slide.
Yeah. No, it's amazing.
So getting ready for a big day today then.
Oh yeah. Yeah. Big day, July the 4th. Happy Independence Day, everybody. And we're all proud to be Americans.
Yes. And you'll be back. Well, we'll all be back here Monday morning.
Oh, yeah. It depends on the contract, Ken. I haven't spoke to my agent yet.
Oh, yeah,
he's up for an extension.
Well, there was what happened now. We're in the final 16, right? So now we have to do the other contract.
They made history already.
Yeah. So
and they made history already. And I wish the American team all the luck in the world because they deserve it. They work so hard and they have something now that's very special. Even though we say, Spain, France, and Brazil, they're all good teams. But you know what? I look at the American team, they got more desire than those teams. They got more desire to win. And by hook or by crook, I think they'll give an outstanding performance. I really do.
Well, the first team defense and the first goalie, he's only given up one goal.
I'm not sure on that, Bill. I'm not sure.
I know they gave up some goals in a game that a lot of the subs played in.
Yeah.
I'm saying when they got the first team in there.
Yeah. I know. They just loved it. Yeah.
Well, I found it impressive too that despite sitting those guys in that last pool play game, that they just came out and they handled business in the round of 32. Like there was no sometimes you could see a team like after not playing in a game or whatever, that rest could hurt the team. Yeah. It didn't hurt the USA at all.
No,
they were just ready to go. And I love how aggressive they play. Like you said, I watched them a lot for the first time kind of the other night. I saw clips here and there, but I sat down and watched the game the other night and they are aggressive. They got a ton of good athletes and they just put the pressure on. They're not afraid. They're not going to sit back. They're going to be the aggressors, which is a really good thing to see.
The number 5 from the USA team, Antonio Robinson, was raised in Liverpool.
Really?
His father was...
he stayed at your house.
Yeah. He raised in Liverpool, and he came through the Everton system. And he played for the Everton Academy, played for Wigan and a few more teams. So he was well seasoned, and you can tell he's been, he's a special player because he's a great defender and a great attacker. And with a lot of the English teams, they'll use their fullbacks to go up and be the surprising element when they're cutting into cross or even score.
Yeah. Now he had the second goal in the game the other night, right?
Yeah.
It was an unbelievable kid.
Yeah. Really was. But he's an unbelievable player. And my wife and I were watching the other night, and in Liverpool, they have what they call a Scouse accent. And they kind of interviewed Robinson. And my wife looked at me, she said, "You can tell he's a Scouser." But it's great. It's great to see that. It's great to see soccer growing in this country. It's been like the sleeping giant for years that still continues to grow. And now we're at a stage where the guys that played, or the men and women who played in the 80s, have now got children that play. and they're in, maybe teenagers or whatever, and they've got teenage. So the enthusiasm is transferable.
Well, Ben
So
is helping out with 321 because these guys do a lot of soccer games now
yeah,
live.
we do.
So
yeah,
that more people would see
Yeah.
them than they wouldn't
yeah.
before. You know?
yeah. I'll bet you if you talk to Ben and see what the numbers were, you'll find it's pretty big with soccer.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
Because the grandparents want to see it.
Sure.
And I say to my wife, well, I wish they would show Caden's game because he's on a traveling team, travels all over Indiana, Ohio, and because
Well,
he's a special player.
Well, now we get into
Yeah,
travel.
but-
That's now another contract.
Yeah.
I've been working on that, but
But,
listen, we got to take a break.
Yeah.
Tom, we'll be back again to do this on Monday. Right?
Monday. Yeah. Monday.
I lost track what day it is. Oh, we got to pay some attention to some sponsors that are making it possible for us to be here.
Oh, let's go down to Toscano's. Men shop downtown Westerly, where style and class go hand in hand. You can look your best and dress to please. Buy the right shoe, get the left one free. And if Paulie makes fun of you, you get an even bigger discount too. Toscano's Men's Shop since 1911.
Trusted Choice agents are in every Rhode Island community. They are your neighbors and friends who deliver the right policy at the right price from America's top insurance companies.
At Woodmansee Insurance, we have been serving our clients and our community for over 60 years. By combining the level of personal attention you desire with the expertise you deserve, we develop an insurance portfolio designed to meet the specific needs of your family or business. And when the people who protect us need protecting, they trust Woodmansee Insurance. Come put the Woodmansee Insurance team to work for you.
Welcome back to Sports Open Mic. We're going to thank Tommy Stafford. He's been coming in every morning to do reports, and he's really into soccer. There's no question about that. Big time. And his son's a coach too at Cincinnati, I think it is.
I always see him rocking the Cincinnati soccer polo.
Yeah.
Very nice looking polo.
He does a good job, and he's really into it anyhow.
The World Cup, it's fun to watch. It's interesting. Still trying to get all the stuff down, and no, it's just it's a joy to watch.
Well, and for him to say that Argentina and Cape Verde game was one of the best games,
Yeah.
if not the best games
That he's ever seen.
that says a lot.
Yeah, it does. That's what I said. I know how many. I mean, he's seen a lot of games. Yeah,
So
to
the
say
World
that.
Cup has not disappointed at all.
By the way, Lou was on assignment today for 4th of July, and Gary will be stopping by probably a little after 9, I think. Give us an update on the other night at the fundraiser we had at Hilltop. So we'll let him take care of that when he gets here.
Oh, just
Yeah, a lot of good news coming. That's
Yeah.
for sure. Yeah,
just one last thing on the World Cup.
Oh, Bill! All of a sudden now you're
he's the
soccer
World
guy.
Cup
Yeah.
expert.
No, it's not about the games.
Well, what's
The
it about?
fans, you watch these fans from all these countries.
I watch them at Fenway Park. They brought the
they're-
place to life.
They're unbelievable.
That's all you had to watch, and they don't even know about the game.
They know how to party.
That well,
They
I
know how
mean,
to
they
clean up too.
no, they know how to cheer for the
Yeah.
team. They were into
Just
it.
unbelievable.
I've never seen Fenway Park that loud lately. They have no reason to be
I don't
anyhow.
want to cheer about, but
But still, those guys, they were unbelievable. I mean, I couldn't believe it when I turned it on. I said, what the heck's going on here?
well, I mean, we kind of take it for granted because we live here in America, but
They-
it's not like that. in
They
other
take
places,
cities
you know?
over.
Yeah.
I mean, the fan base. It's
The only thing
It's
is
great to
that
see.
when Contreras struck out and they all cheered because they didn't know what happened, you have to be careful with him
well,
because he might go up there and start cleaning out.
yeah, but I think they were already. There was no beer left in the stadium.
I don't need beer for that guy. He's a madman. I don't
Well,
like him.
Well, you could see the other night.
I told you that a long time ago when they first got him. Why did the Red Sox get him, by the way? Why? They got enough issues on that team now. They don't need another one. He's not a team player, that's for sure. He's got a temper. We proved that. Throwing helmets at, you know what I mean? Give me a
I can't
break.
tell you why.
Yeah, I mean, I know he can hit home runs. I understand that. Left field wall. But do you want a problem?
What,
Comes along with
the
it.
attitude that came with it.
Then you might as well have given that third baseman what he wanted and just kept him. He wasn't no trouble. But no, we can't give him a no trade. That was it.
Yeah.
But this guy, I don't know. Man.
Myers hurt too. Oscar Meyer.
And ejected 2 games in a row.
Yeah, he got a suspension coming. He got a 7-day
yeah.
vacation coming too. So
Take it during the All-Star break.
no, I don't think so.
No.
They might be able to do some things, but not.
Well, it's Eaton. Was it Eaton that got suspended for 3 games?
Yep.
Yeah.
Because
For that other altercation.
I think
with-
technically he came off the bench, which everyone did.
well,
But he got physical.
No, yeah,
Yeah,
he
with another player.
Yeah, he threw some punches there. He was. The other guy threw helmets. Or helmet.
Looked
Yeah.
like Mason Rudolph.
Well, it's dangerous because you get guys with tempers
No.
like that. Don't forget, they got that bat in their hand,
Yeah.
too.
I'm not condoning what he did because that was wrong. But I think the pitcher should have been ejected too when he told him to go sit down and wait.
He did. He got
The
7 days.
No, but I mean during the game.
Well, he's still going to get a 7-day suspension.
Yeah.
Well, what did he do? It was so. What he said.
Yes.
Well, I mean, there's a lot of things.
I think that
but,
caused the whole
But
thing.
Bill, there's a lot. Don't protect him.
I'm not condoning what he did.
But let me tell you this: there's a lot of things that are said that are not right.
Correct.
And if you start throwing people out for things they say on the field like that, you're not going to have any players. This guy's not the only one that's done that. I'm
So
sure.
will that teach him a lesson where we don't?
It doesn't matter, but then you're going to have to teach the whole league lessons. No, that's not going to happen. They didn't.
Well, not every player responds to it by,
But-
charging the mound and
but-
picking a fight.
But
too.
it trickles down because now I was at a youth game and I'm watching bat flips.
Well,
Everything trickles down, and to me that's not showing a young person how to act.
Well, yeah, but Bill, that's a whole.
I-
There's a lot of things that go on in Major League Baseball.
And I'm not saying baseball is the only sport that does that.
No, but we're talking about baseball.
Yes.
But there's so many things that go on in baseball. They got those channels on there now where they show the arguments of just the kids they can watch that, can't they?
Yeah.
Well, they just watch some of them and the language and tantrums that they throw. I mean, just look at that stuff. So by them ejecting that guy, that's not going to do any good. They'd have to start throwing everybody out. They wouldn't have any players on the field.
No, then they call it a good stop.
No, they're not going to do it. They can't. They can't do that. They want the
I'm just-
superstars in the game. So if those guys start doing that, They're not gonna go. They give them benefit of the doubt now. That's for sure. They almost ask them if they want to get thrown out now. The umpire.
Yeah.
Do you want me to throw you out? Just say one more thing, and I'll take care of it.
I don't want to hear another word. You know, you're getting a response. from that.
Well, that's what I'm talking about. But you don't need to. Walk away. First of all, you want to take it up with the guy afterwards, fine. I know that stuff, but ain't no reason to start a fight over.
No.
He wants to show them up. It's all right when he flipped his bat the
Well,
time before.
To me, bat flips, some of the hand gestures on strikeouts from the pitcher, all that to me is not good for the game. It's not. My personal opinion.
And then other people will say it is good for
Yeah.
the game. Show their
Well,
emotion.
if you're gonna dish it out, you got to be able to take it.
Yeah.
Too. Like if you're gonna
You're right on that.
just fine if they're gonna allow it, I guess, right? But don't get mad when you bat flip and then someone strikes you out and then they tell you to go
Yeah.
sit down.
It's. I always thought it was never good for the game when it first started, because, and like we say it almost every week, the golden age of baseball, you didn't see that stuff because they policed themselves. Now they don't.
Well,
because they don't want to. I might be teammates in another week.
Oh, that's now.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's not before.
No,
Before you wouldn't talk to the
No,
other team.
before they policed themselves.
But they could do it now. I mean, stealing signs and all that other good stuff.
Yeah, but they've been doing that for years, anyways.
This is pretty blatant.
It was pretty blatant one of the nights.
When I saw the other.
Chapman was giving stuff away.
Yeah, but
The Yankees.
to me, if you're going to give it away, I'm going to take advantage of it. Hide the pitch. Not everyone shows their grip.
Well, these guys are stealing signs. The ones I saw, they weren't seeing the pictures. They were telling the Red Sox when a guy got on second base.
You're talking about when Chapman was on the mound.
Yeah,
right?
when he was
No,
pointing.
Oh, you're
no.
talking about a different one. Okay.
Oh,
They put their left foot or the right foot on the base to get the batter's attention that I can see the sign.
Yep.
And then right before the guy pitches, you can see the batter looking at the pitcher, and he puts his hand on top of his helmet. That means it's not going to be a fastball. It's going to be a breaking pitch. And so those guys are sitting on the breaking pitch and line drive here, line drive there.
Yep.
yeah. And,
So then Story was out there, and he was out there a couple of times. So when he come up the next time, he happened to get hit in the back, and he didn't like it. Well, what's that pitcher supposed to do? Can he do that or no?
well, if the pitcher was smart, because right now it's not like they're stealing the catcher's sign, because they don't give signs anymore. They hit the buttons.
Well, somehow he knew if it wasn't going to be a fast.
They're watching the grip.
No, they were talking about the catcher.
Oh, where he was positioning himself, maybe. But it's not like days of old where, all right, it's the third sign. They're throwing.
Well, it doesn't matter. They're still in signs somehow. So it doesn't matter how you do it.
Well,
It's the other part of retaliating or whatever. Is that all right?
well, like I said, back in the golden age of
Does
baseball,
that teach you those little leaguers? Don't you throw at anybody if they think they're taking my signs. That's what you were saying before, wasn't it?
they policed themselves, and it didn't happen. It didn't happen.
So then Story should have been thrown out of the game.
I'm not saying he should have been thrown, because he was doing a legitimate thing. It wasn't that he was bat flipping or he was mounting off,
It had a lot to do with the outcome of the game.
but that's part of the game.
Oh, it is.
If you're going to give us, that's just like, I don't care what sport it is, and basketball. When the coach calls out a play, oh, we're going to know what the play is.
What about
But he always changes
What
It's
about
true.
those guys in Houston?
That was different.
Well, yeah.
Well,
That was different. They were not stealing the signs. The players were not stealing the signs. They were getting it radioed to them.
it's still stealing.
But they're doing it electronically, which is not legal.
Well, yeah, weren't they using cameras
Yeah,
to be able to? Yeah.
they were doing it electronically. They weren't looking at the grip or looking at the catcher positioning.
Did you talk to that guy?
Well, it came out. They had cameras set up.
Well, how could they possibly do that? Or they were watching the TV thing?
Yeah.
Well, then everybody should be able to do that.
Well, that's why
That's why they got the penalty that they
Yeah,
did.
that's why your buddy Cora.
No,
Yeah.
my buddy, he was the instigator. That's why they're doing it. And Red Sox are doing it now.
Yeah.
No, the Yankees the other night were literally just looking into Chapman's glove because
Yeah.
he was
His grip,
yeah, he was
his
not hiding
fastball, his fastball grip compared to his slider grip.
because the way he holds his well, obviously you can only really see it from second base. Like you can easily see
That-
how
that-
his
Oh,
grip is in his
My only point was if you're gonna throw that guy out the other night for hollering at Contreras, then you got to start taking care of some of these other things too. Because you're saying it trickles down, and that's going to trickle down too. The kids are going to be out at second. Hey, I can take a shot. It's the same thing, Bill.
It's
Well, why
yes
isn't
and
it?
no,
No,
because it's
it's a bad habit of getting a kid in to try to steal a sign or whatever. You can't have your cake and eat it too.
well, if it's legal, it's all right. I think personally, but it was unsportsmanlike conduct.
Well, wait. What was he? We just hollered something to the guy. That's all he did. He didn't throw anything at him. Could have hit him.
I know if someone said that to me, it would have pissed me off, but I would have thrown a helmet.
What would you done? Just get 2 more steps, you're in the dugout. And then next time up, I'll take care of this guy.
Well, that's what I was trying to say. Like, not everybody's going to respond like that. Most people in the majors wouldn't respond like
Yeah.
that.
Right.
You know, like just take your lumps, dude. You
and-
struck out. It is what it is.
And you know,
Oh, well, in this, I think it was the same game. He struck out twice. I think 1 pitch or whatever. So when he does strike out, now he's walking to the dugout, and he gets the attention of the first base umpire who called him out. And he's patting his
yeah,
head.
and
Like
that got his automatic
I should
ejection.
have challenged that. He didn't have any challenges, but marking him like, "Hey pal, you blew that call."
And that's why he got thrown. And I think that was legitimate.
But
Ejection.
again, Bill, there's another case of some young guy watching a game.
Yep. And I didn't condone that either.
So you got to put them all in there. You can't just pick and choose.
But that's illegal. Major League Baseball
What's illegal?
sent out a memorandum. Anytime someone tries to abuse the umpire by tapping on their helmet, will be an automatic ejection.
But he didn't automatically eject him.
He
He waited a while.
No, once he went there. he
All
was-
right, I
he was
saw a
tossed.
different one. Okay, it's all right.
I
Doesn't matter.
The guy's been
It's just-
ejected. He's
it's
been
just the-
ejected too many times.
He is trouble.
He's
Is
a
the point I
hothead.
was trying to make. And the Red Sox don't usually go after guys like that. So what's the Red Sox going to do now? This guy ain't going to go away. He's going to do the same thing. So in some shape or form.
Yeah.
Trade him?
I don't think they're going to trade him, even though he would be a good.
Well, maybe.
To get rid of him would be a plus.
Yeah. But maybe everybody else knows him too. So
Yeah,
they may not get what they probably should get for him.
and I was the other night. I was watching the game, And unfortunately, I couldn't get the other broadcast. I don't know if they weren't doing it or whatever.
Sometimes they don't. I'm surprised at that.
And I didn't mute it. And I don't know how many times over and
Now
over.
you're a Red Sox fan. You muting those Red Sox announcers?
Oh, definitely.
Oh, come on.
I don't know how many times they were apologizing for him for being so emotional.
Oh, they're blaming it on the Venezuela
Yeah.
thing? Yeah.
Every inning. That's
I
all they
know.
were. He's so emotional. You said it. Let's drop it.
Well, they showed him I think it was that game where after he left, then he's taunting the umpire or whatever, and then he goes in the dugout and sits down and starts crying. Now he's emotional about, well, maybe it is. Maybe then he shouldn't be playing that, maybe.
But Ken, you're doing a broadcast. You're going to keep, and it's not just that game, knowing the broadcast team. They're probably saying it game after game. Drop it. That's
Yeah.
like, this guy's only hitting 125. But 3 years ago, he went on a streak where he went 18 for 32.
Yeah, well, 4 years ago. Yeah, 1998.
He had one heck of a year.
That's like when I get into an argument with you, you go cry in the corner after.
That's why I don't.
No, you know what he does, don't you?
I call
He
Hazel.
calls Hazel.
Yeah.
But I like it when they're
Doing
on
it to me again.
when they're on ESPN or they're on NBC or Fox. I'll listen to those guys.
Oh, I do too.
But even some of those, I think, what is it, NBC? They're taking a guy from each team.
Yeah, Maloney was on there, right? Maloney's really.
Maloney was on there?
Maloney has drank the Kool-Aid.
Yeah, he's come over to the other side. Definitely.
He knows I better do it if I want to keep on getting a paycheck.
The best one they had on there lately, not lately, it's been a while now, was Eckersley.
Yeah.
Eckersley did tell it.
Eckersley was good.
Yeah, but they couldn't control Eckersley. What are you gonna do? Fire a Hall of Famer?
Well, he quit. So
Yeah, but I'm just saying the way.
no, it's anybody that takes a job. If you're gonna,
Well, they could ask him to resign.
Yeah, but they let him speak his piece.
They should. That's.
He's a Hall of Fame baseball player.
Yeah.
I mean, he's been there. He's done that. I imagine he said some pretty good words at batters after.
Oh yeah.
I'd like to see some.
Yeah.
I'd like to see some of them.
And there's one guy I don't mind listening to most of the time because he doesn't make it about when he played is Alex Rodriguez. He calls the game.
Yeah, he does.
But you got those Red Sox guys. Oh man.
But you talk to Red Sox fans, they love it. I mean, that's to me. And you go back again.
The best was
go back in time.
It's just
And
tough
Remy.
to
Go back in time.
get up to that level where Orsillo and Remy were. Like,
But see, if you go back, they were announcers and they worked for the Red Sox or the Yankees, but they weren't like they are now. They would give credit to another team, or might criticize one of their own players, but now they can't do that.
Nope.
So that's just the world we live in.
I
now.
think there was a guy. I don't know, if it was Minnesota or Chicago. He said something about the player, and management didn't like him. Gone.
Yeah, see, that's not right, but that's the way it is, I guess.
Yeah.
I don't know. But I imagine, like I say me and you, switch to the other announcers. Probably if we listen to them long enough, they're probably the same way. But we just figure, It's not. We're not listening to the other guys bragging about.
See,
their
Is this what Bill says when he listens to me on 3, 2, 1?
No, I listen to you. You know when I watch one of your games, I give you the thumbs up. But wow.
We have a
Yeah,
guest.
yeah,
Have a
right.
seat. Have a seat. We'll get you in the frame here.
Right here.
You sit right there. Yep. Mic's on and everything.
Happy 250th.
We'll get you on right now.
We were just talking about the Red Sox.
On
And,
camera.
Have a seat, Kristen.
oh, Kristen.
Yeah, you're not
I got
in
my
shot, so
partner.
you're good.
You can come on over here if you want. Good morning. Good morning.
Good morning.
Good morning.
Successful night. Did we have a successful night?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, I heard the number. Too.
I would say it was very successful. It was amazing. I just stopped to see Dave, and he's closing down for next week. First time ever.
Well, but
Going on.
I think because of Thursday night.
Yeah, going on vacation, so well deserved for Dave, and he's down there hard at work right now. I didn't keep him. I'm sure he wants to get it done early and get out of there. So thank you to Dave and all the staff down there at Hilltop. $1,182 was the donation from Hilltop,
Uh-oh.
which was just amazing.
How about that? Huh?
So between that and the dine and donate at DPI and the shirts, there's a shirt that they're selling down at DPI, Daniel Packer Inn, that Kristen has on. Yeah, come on over here. Get in well, so people can see it. They're still selling the shirts, by the way. So between both of them, it was around just under $2,000 for everything. And that brings us very close to $4,000.
Oh, I'm not.
Great.
So we'll get to the 4,000 mark this year
Okay.
for sure. We'll be there. I still got some bracelet money down there at the post office that we got to put in. So it's pretty close, probably like $50, $60 short right now,
Oh,
but we'll make it. We'll get there before.
that's
before
very good.
next week. Yeah, it's really incredible. Like I said, you start at zero every year, and you just don't know what's going to happen year to year. I've had years where we didn't get to 2,000, but still, whatever we get is just amazing to me every year. But this year, with the help of a lot of people, we talk about, especially on Sports Open Mic, team sports, and that's what this is. It's a team effort. And you can't get to that amount without a lot of help. And that was, this year to get that, it's incredible.
yeah, two great sponsors for you. No doubt about it. And for them people to step up and do what they did, it's great, and that's what you need. You get more people behind you. It just makes it a little more difficult now, because now next year
We gotta go.
you got to get 4,001 anyhow.
Yeah, you always want to do better, right? But
I think you will. I think this could mushroom into something else. Hey, geez, I heard you guys did this. Maybe we can do that over here or something.
yeah. And
But don't forget we're still working on the dunk tank thing.
yeah. As long as Bill gets in it, we'll be all right. We'll get a line for that.
Yeah, very good.
But yeah, it's just
but your father doesn't have enough money to keep on doing it.
Bill gets up to have security down there to fight the line off. But yeah, we're talking about the donations for Run to Home Base, and that's coming up 3 weeks from today. So coming up quickly, and the amount of money, it's just, again, mind blowing to get that amount. And I still can't believe that's where we're at right now. But again, I just can't thank everybody enough. You guys for coming down the other night. That was a lot of fun. Ben here, 321 Media, does a great job, and we thank him. And it's just lost for words how many people that this is going to help up at Home Base. So saving lives, that's what it's all about, and I think we're doing a great job with that.
Yeah, we had a couple of firsts too the other night. Appearances. Dave for one.
Yeah.
I mean, that was a surprise to me. And of course, Kristen over here, she made her debut.
Yeah.
Did a great job.
Yeah, she did.
And Hilltop's
The reviews are
anniversary.
coming in.
Yeah. It was great. It's great. I live, to hear the
like her point of view of,
Yeah.
you know, she's been up there every year, her and my daughter Kayla every year, and to hear their views of that, you know, when I'm out doing what I do, it's, you know, they're there and you know, their experience to it all too. It's good to hear that. I'm glad she got on, and I know she wasn't thrilled to do it, but I'm glad she did it anyways.
Did a good job.
She did a great job. Yes. Yeah.
Absolutely.
See, she didn't have to hold the microphone.
No.
Now,
That's
now,
easy.
now it's going to be every week appearance.
Right. Yeah. Right. 2 shows in a row now she's here. See,
Gary, can you hear me?
I can hear you, Ben. Thank you, buddy.
Hey, Gary. How short are you of $4,000? You think?
I haven't tallied everything up, but I think it's around $60, something like that.
Okay. All right. We're gonna put in 100 to get you over that mark.
Ben, thank you so much. That's incredible. So, yeah, for what you've done, and then that's awesome, man. Thank you so much. I can't thank you enough.
You're welcome. Hey, congratulations.
Thank you, sir. Appreciate it. There we go. Thank you, Ben. 321 Media coming through and put us over the 4,000 mark.
There you go.
As long as my calculations are right. Ben, if it wasn't right, I'll be calling you back.
I need more.
Totally fine. Yeah, totally fine. You just let me know.
No, we're good. Thanks, buddy. I appreciate that.
It wasn't the 4,000 mark he was talking about. It
I
was
was
the
a
3,000.
couple hundred, maybe
Yeah,
thousand short.
yeah. So now we reached the 4,000. There's 4,500 next, maybe. I don't know. Yeah, that's incredible. I can't even. You know, this year when we started out, I always kind of have a goal in my mind, what I want to try to get to, and I said, you know what, this year, and of course, 250th anniversary today of America. How about 2,500? I've never got to that. The most we've gotten was 2,300.
Oh,
So I said, let's just see if we can somehow scrounge up another couple $100 to get to 2,500, and you know, there you go, 4,000.
And it's still not too late to donate.
Yeah, no, it's actually extended a little bit to the 17th for donations. So we still got a little bit of time to get donations in. If you want to go, yeah, you can just go to Run to Home Base. If you want to put it under my name, Gary Collins, just search for my name, and that'll bring you right to my page, and just click Donate Now, and it'll bring you right through the rest of the process. Very simple, very easy. And again, it's going to raise money for veterans with invisible wounds. Great organization, Home Base up there, and opening ceremonies next, or the 25th, bright and early up in Boston. Everybody's welcome. Anybody can get into Fenway Park bright and early, of course.
Even a Yankee fan.
Even a Yankee fan, it doesn't matter. It's team home base day that day. So everybody is invited, can stop up there and take advantage of everything up there, and watch an amazing opening ceremonies. It's, as Kristen said, heartwarming. I didn't know she even knew what that meant, heartwarming.
Whoa.
That was incredible. That was perfect adjective for it.
How are you getting home?
I know. Right? No, I thought she described it perfectly. It really
did.
is, and it is. It's tearful but enjoyable at the same time.
Yeah, I like that. I go over here, watch him when he starts. Then I run over this side and
She
watch
does
him.
too. She does. Yeah.
Just play by play.
And then I see him on the big board when he steps on home plate.
Yeah. It's
That's got to be something. Because they have you on the big board too, right?
I think so. Yeah. I don't.
Go
Even,
back and forth.
yeah.
They do the home plate, and then they'll do the people running in from the green monster.
See, she watches.
Yeah. No.
She takes care of him.
It's really that, like I said, it's an amazing, obviously Fenway Park, they do a lot of events there, right? So they know what they're doing. And I just don't, how they can top every year. It's just how they do things first class, and it's run on time. They get things started on time, and it's really well done up there at Fenway Park.
Well, they
Ben
probably
didn't waste much time. There's the receipt
Ah.
right there.
Thank you, Ben. Thank you, buddy.
they probably start like the next day, a couple of days afterwards, thinking of what happened. Well, it's fresh in their mind. what more can we do? I mean, that's a tough job.
Yeah, it's always something different,
Yeah.
a little different that they do every year, which is really neat. But the best part for me, and we were just talking about it, is how they have a guest speaker every year that's been through the home base program and how it saved their lives. And they talk. I mean, it's just amazing to hear their stories, and that gets you going back every year. That's what it's for. So yeah, it's just an amazing event up there, and for everybody, to be able to come and see it, it's really incredible.
Grayson's even made one.
Grayson, right? He's been up there once.
You got to come over. Close. No.
You can say.
Yeah, and that's the best part of it is everybody's welcome, and anybody can go up there and just enjoy the morning, and we enjoy it until the run starts, and then we just get through it, and that's why I just said it's when it's over, it's nice, but it's sad also. But we start right around February. I put the flyers up, and so it's been months of talking about
Same
it,
thing,
and
yeah.
And trying to get as much as we can, and that's it's a lot into it, and like I said, but then to have the help from everybody, you can't do it by yourself to get $4,000.
And about 2 months before the day of the run, we start praying for overcast day. No rain. We want an overcast day. We don't want the sun out.
Yeah, I was thinking about it, like a day like this, even though it's early morning. I mean, we're still talking mid to upper 80s right now. So we're kind of hoping it cools off a little bit in 3 weeks from today. But, we'll do our best. We'll go out there and get through that. Whatever it is, and nothing we can do about the weather. So we're there. But when it's nice and comfortable and sunny, it's really nice.
So that's going
How
to be
many-
your outfit?
Good.
No, I actually have a shirt similar to the Daniel Packer in one. She got me a sleeveless shirt that I usually wear sleeveless running. And she got me a nice, actually two of them, two different color blues. She said I could pick whatever one I want to wear. So thanks to Allie up at Daniel Packer Inn, she got the home base logo on the front, and she put the Daniel Packer logo that she made for this event on the back. So I'll be wearing that for the run. And not sure, I got a couple shorts in mind, but I got my home base red socks that I wear that every year that I wear up there. So yeah,
Maybe we could charge like $100 for a patch.
I'll be like a NASCAR driver. Yeah.
Dan, your uncle's showing the guns during the race.
Yeah.
Hey, listen, sun's out, guns out.
Right. No, it's yeah. And again, when I met with Allie at Daniel Packer Inn, she goes, "What do you wear up there for the run? Do they give you something?" I go, "No, we usually buy, like, we had a USA shirt with a flag on it that we all had. Kristen wore one, Kayla wore one, Nikki, I think the year Grayson had one. We all wore the same shirts, and I wore that one again last year. So that's what I told her, and she goes, "Well, would you be opposed if I got you one?" I'm like, "No, not at all." And sure enough, she brought it down to the post office for me a few weeks ago, and she goes, "I got you two different color blues. You can pick whatever one you want." I said, "Well, I'll give you the other one back. I'll decide." And she goes, "Keep both of them. It's fine. Decide and wear whatever one you want. You got the other one to wear too." So I thank Allie at Daniel Packer Inn.
Wear one during the race, sweat it up, then
Yeah.
clean up. And
On
put the other
the way home, right? Yeah, so we're just finishing up, and any more donations is perfectly fine. They as much as we can get, but to get to that 4,000 mark, I still can't believe it. It's incredible, and
That's great.
yeah,
Good job.
really is. Thank you, and thank you guys for all the help and the talk and the support, and Ben for the mark to get us over. And I still, Dave down there, $1,182. That's incredible. And he asked me if it was okay. Yeah, Dave, it's okay.
He's
And
a
it was a
great
great
guy.
night down there.
Yeah.
Hopefully we can do it again and have more people down there to experience it. It was a different feel down there. It seemed to me at that night anyways. It was a little bit, it's always special going to Hilltop, but it was a little better the other night. It seemed like everybody was really happy to be there and enjoying their time.
I know when I first talked to him about going there, oh yeah, definitely. No doubt about it. Set you up in the back. Yeah, okay. He was even giving me numbers that he thought, you
Yeah.
know. I said, well, that's
He's
pretty
a-
impressive.
Yeah.
But it was even better.
Yeah,
you know?
he's always been an incredible person.
Yeah.
And if you've never been to Hilltop, please get down there and enjoy some great food. And if Dave's there, you get a nice little treat too.
Yeah.
He keeps to himself now, but it's nice to get him on the other day.
I was
and-
shocked the other night
Yeah.
when he came and he was ready to go.
yeah, the shy, bashful guy.
Yeah, right.
Yeah, right. We all know Dave. But yeah, just and the funny thing about those two events is both of the owners, Dave and Allie, they kind of brought that idea to me. I didn't go there asking them to
No.
do something. I know when I asked you, I just asked you if you could put a flyer up down and you were going to see Dave the next day. And I said,
That's how it got started.
yeah, I go, can you just bring the flyer down there? Ask him if he can hang it on the wall just for the run and the donations. And, I think 5 minutes after you were there, he called me.
Yeah, I said,
And-
hey Dave, how about doing this?
Yeah.
We can come down. Oh, I'm in.
Yeah. And Allie was the same. She said, come on up here during your lunch break at the post office and we'll sit down and talk. And she came up with, the ideas of Dine and Donate and also the shirts to sell down there, which has been amazing. I've had so many people asking me about the shirts and she's done very well with selling those down there this year. So
And this is just the first time. too.
Yeah,
So,
yeah. yeah, so
next year. But
hopefully it was a good success for both of them too. And we can continue it years to come and we can maybe do more. It's, I don't like asking for a lot of help with things like this, but to raise that much money for what we're running, for what we're doing it for is really incredible. So if anybody gets on board next year and do some kind of a donation
Yes.
or an event, we're open for all ideas and we'll try anything. If we can raise a little bit more next year would be great. But again, we're thankful for everything that we can get. And, we talk about the big amounts that we're getting, but we don't get to that amount without the 5s and the 10s and the 20s
Exactly.
that people are putting in. And that's every day that I'm getting that at the post office. And it's really, it's incredible.
yeah, and I think like you mentioned, other people might want to come and get involved.
Mm.
And that's how it works.
Yeah.
Dave or Allie, they might be talking to, yeah, geez, what was going on? And that's how it happened. Well, geez, maybe I can do something.
Yeah, and that's a big part of it too, is obviously the money, but it's also the talking of it.
Yeah.
Right? So the more we talk about it, the information's out there of what this is and what it's for, and to help a veteran that's done what they've done, men and women. That's the least we can do is what we do, and it's fun, a lot of fun.
Well, it's just like anything else. The more you talk about it, the more people are going to hear it.
Yeah.
And who knows? You pick up 2 or 3. If you picked up one person that would say, "Hey, wait, I got an idea for a fundraiser," and you pick up $1,000 or $500, whatever it is, doesn't
Yeah.
matter. It
Yeah.
all adds up.
It does. It's just like I said, it's amazing to see all year long, and you're like probably 3 months ago, and you're sitting at under $1,000, and it's like, oh God, what are we going to get to this year? And next thing you know, they start, you get your regulars that are coming in, and that number starts to bump up, and you creep up to the next 1,000 mark, and it's really cool to see.
We got to take a break. You want to hang around for a few more minutes?
We're gonna head out. We got a lot to do this morning. We're gonna try to get things done. So we're gonna head out. But thank you again.
Well, I don't know. Ken,
What's that number before you leave, too?
The number?
No, the dollars.
Oh, well, thanks to Ben and 321 Media, we jumped over $4,000.
There you
So
go.
that's incredible. And thank you to everybody that's helped. Still time to do it, but thank you guys, 321 Media, Ben, thank you very much. And we'll do
And
our best.
everybody that showed up at Hilltop the other night,
Yeah.
or Daniel Packer and
Yeah, can't thank everybody enough, and keep that number going. Got a few more
There you go.
weeks.
Thanks. For
Thank you,
coming in.
guys.
All right.
Trusted Choice agents are in every Rhode Island community. They are your neighbors and friends who deliver the right policy at the right price from America's top insurance companies.
At Woodmansee Insurance, we have been serving our clients and our community for over 60 years. By combining the level of personal attention you desire with the expertise you deserve, we develop an insurance portfolio designed to meet the specific needs of your family or business. And when the people who protect us need protecting, they trust Woodmansee Insurance. Come put the Woodmansee Insurance team to work for you.
Oh, let's go down to Toscanos. Men shop downtown Westerly, where style and class go hand in hand. You can look your best and dress to please. Buy the right shoe, get the left one free. And if Paulie makes fun of you, you get an even bigger discount too. Toscano's men's shop since 1911.
Trusted Choice agents are in every Rhode Island community. They are your neighbors and friends who deliver the right policy at the right price from America's top insurance companies.
At Woodmansee Insurance, we have been serving our clients and our community for over 60 years. By combining the level of personal attention you desire with the expertise you deserve, we develop an insurance portfolio designed to meet the specific needs of your family or business. And when the people who protect us need protecting, they trust Woodmansee Insurance. Come put the Woodmansee Insurance team to work for you.
Run to home base. You still got time too. Maybe we get 5,000.
Was it next Saturday?
No,
The run or the 2 weeks?
3 weeks.
3 weeks? Oh, listen, it's possible. We could get there.
We got up to the 17th.
Yeah, they extended it. It was the 10th. Now it's the 17th. So hey, you never know. It's still time anyhow. If anyone wants to donate, it's pretty easy to do. Just get on there and go run the home base. Find Gary on there and donate. There you go. All right. Thank him for stopping by. And
Yeah, it's just amazing the power of, people, just investing in something that, is really needed. These veterans, obviously they go through a lot. So it's important that, an event like this, I know there's probably a lot of other events that help support veterans like this. And just, shout out to everybody who's helped my uncle out. It's really good. Really good stuff.
yep, this is his eighth year this year. So, but I think this is a big year for him, not only to get 4,000, but I think that's going to mushroom. We're going to get other people, I think, that's going to want to get in on something. If you have a business, you want to do something, you run it by Gary, and hey, if he thinks it works, we try it, or he tried it.
And who knows, maybe talking about an event like this more will, promote people to want to go and run it themselves.
Yeah, true.
That would be great as well, because then they can start their own page and have their own donations and just continue to help people out.
Run the home base. It's the 25th of July is the race. The race. Wow, it's not really a race. Some people,
Some
right?
people, I'm sure some people definitely are racing in it.
Yeah.
Gary's just going to finish.
Just a run.
Well, he's finished 7 years now, so make it. Well, we're on the Red Sox. We can get
Yeah.
off the Red Sox.
Well, last night Chapman became the #1 reliever. in
Yeah,
Major
for
League
all-time
Baseball.
strikeouts. Yep.
And he was very happy, gave the big smile, and then the next two batters get base hits, and now all of a sudden the Italian runs up at the plate. But the one thing that has impressed me of late with the Red Sox has been starting pitching, and having early going down, I think really hurts the starting rotation for the Sox. But the kid they brought up that pitched last night, Bennett, has been doing unbelievable, I think, for a rookie. And I just hope these rookies can keep it up. Like Tole, who's been throwing great all season, his last couple of starts.
Well, that's what happens too. Sometimes is they catch up with them.
Yeah.
The first couple of times they get by because they haven't seen him. But hopefully then they have to make the adjustments. It's what it is anyhow.
Yeah.
So they're pitching good right now. Well, let's see.
A long season. So you're bound to have some ups and
Ups and downs. Yeah, that's what I said. The batters now got to adjust to them because they haven't seen him.
Yep.
And when they do that, then Bennett and these guys are going to have to. Oh, wait a minute now. These guys are starting to get to me.
Yep.
Now with I'm not saying great success of late, but Pitt scenes that they can put some games together. Now, are they buyers or sellers, or are they going to do both? The Red Sox, because
who do they have to sell? Let's be honest.
Well, they do have. If you wanted if you wanted to get rid of the first baseman.
But see, we talked about him earlier, and that's what these teams in Major League Baseball. I don't care how good you are. A lot of teams don't want to upset the apple cart.
Yeah.
They don't want to bring somebody in they know is trouble to start with. It's not like we can take care of him.
Yeah. Well,
he's got a track record.
Yeah. Why do you think? Why?
So am I going to bring him into my organization where I got a shot to win? Is he going to help me win, or is he going to bring the rest of the guys down? Yeah. I would say they get nothing for him. Yeah. I'd be surprised.
Why did
if they're going to get rid of him?
Why did the Cardinals get rid of him? Because he wasn't good, especially with young ball players, because of his attitude. That's why the Cardinals got rid of him.
Well, that's what I'm saying. What value does he have? What value does he have?
The Cardinals are having a good year right now. They're 46-39.
Yeah.
And
what team is?
They're
what team?
5.5 out right now of the wild card. I don't think they're thinking about that quite yet. I don't think.
You're gonna have to start thinking about it. Was All-Star break is coming up in a couple weeks. They've already passed.
Well, when is it? The end of August, isn't it?
August 17th. No, the deadline is August 3rd.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
The All-Star game is July 17th.
Well, I'm sure they're already thinking about it. It's a matter of what they want to do. That's the key. Do you want to get rid of that guy and take whatever you can get for him? That's what I'd do if I was a Red Sox.
I think if you continue to play the type of baseball you've been playing as of late, you start to become buyers to try to make the playoffs. Try to invigorate your team a little bit.
And you got to find a power bat, because that's the one
that's what
thing
they're missing right now. Durant has the most home runs on the team with 12, I think, right?
No, the first baseman does.
Oh, yeah, that's right. Contreras does, but still, I don't know. I just don't think their lineup has enough power to.
Well, Abreu, he was for a while, but
he was hurt for a little bit this year too, though. I think, right?
Yeah, and Durbin of late has, because he's not trying to overpower his swing. He's been spraying the ball. He's been hitting a home run lately.
But whose fault is that?
Who's Red Sox?
Yeah, they try. That's what they got him for. Hit home runs. So they try to change him. You got to hit home runs. All right. So what happened? He was batting about 200. So now he's starting to hit.
So Ken, were you disappointed when the Red Sox sent Gasper down?
Mickey.
They got
He
two
just-
catches.
He
They
just showed up one game. I was like, who is this guy?
what's the reason? They already had two
They already
catches.
have like 4 catchers.
I said, well, maybe one of those catchers got hurt.
Yeah.
Or something happened to him. But no, they were there, all three of them. And on top of that, they got the Japanese guy who can't play in the field, looking for a place for him to go. And now we got 3 catches. And we got to find out where we need 2 designated hitters in the lineup, not one.
And
Because that guy is hitting.
he's
Yeah,
hitting,
he can hit.
Yoshida.
and he's come off the bench a couple of times and got some big hits.
Who?
Yoshida.
He's been starting. He's been DHing. He's
Yeah.
playing all the time. I don't know if he
that's
played
such
last
a
night.
weapon to have, like a guy like that can just come in off the bench, and it seems like he performs pretty much every single time.
Well, he's a good hitter.
He is.
It's the defense. I don't think his defense is as
You couldn't
bad
put-
as they make it
You
out.
couldn't turn him into a first baseman or something.
Do you think there's a guy that they might trade?
Same thing. I mean, he's
a
right now he's a DH.
And he's not a power guy, but he's Mr. Consistent.
He can hit though for
Yeah.
power.
I think if he was in the lineup a little bit more consistently, you'd see
Yeah.
more home runs from him too.
I mean, he's trying right now. I would think, just let me get some hits. But I think I don't know what his records were in Japan, but he's got to be able to hit some home runs. But right now they're just trying to get him in the lineup every day, and that's the only place they put him. But Duran was a guy they all talked about that had value. Does he got value now?
No.
He's batting about 190. What happened to him? Or does he want to go?
Well,
Don't care.
I think a lot of people will say I'm crazy, but
Well, a lot of people say
that's
that.
happened before.
Don't take that to heart.
I
man.
think personally, Duran is trying to do too much.
What are you, crazy?
You know,
I say that about all of us
No.
a little bit.
No, but I mean, he's trying to take on the role of being the veteran leader, trying to fill in the power that they lost. And I just think he's, number one, he's swinging at pitches that he should never be swinging at because he's trying to do the extra. And I think that's killing him.
I think it's in his head. I think he's always been a leadoff hitter.
Yep.
Now they move him around. You know what? I was managing it. You bat first.
Yep.
Sometimes it gets in their head. No, they're giving up on me. I might be going somewhere else. That's the big thing.
Well,
He probably don't want to go anywhere else, but he's got in the back of his head now, man, they moved me down the lineup. I'm batting 194, whatever the hell it is. And I don't want to go anywhere else.
but that's why I think he's trying to do too much because they're putting him in spots in the lineup that are power hitter spot. He's batting fifth.
Because they don't have anybody else that can hit.
No, but I'm just it's
I know. No, it's a tough
he
spot.
he is a leadoff hitter.
That's what I just said. Let's put him
Yeah.
back where he's comfortable. He's comfortable there. He's fast. He can run. He hits the ball to left center field. He hits the wall more than anybody. Just go back and do. I would just sit down with him and say, listen, you're going to bat in the lineup. You're going to bat first. Just go do what you do.
Get on base.
You hit the ball to the left, you hit it to the left. You got power, you hit it, try to hit it. We're behind you. Don't worry about it. Instead, you looks at the lineup thing. Well, now he's batting seventh today or whatever. And when you don't want to get into his head.
No, because he already,
Not his past.
he,
So.
he already has some issues.
So, and that's even on top of the baseball thing. So and he at the beginning of the year he had potential to give the Red Sox help, and he also had value that if they did want to trade him, but it's going downhill.
But I think if they do trade him wherever he's going to go, he's going to be a leadoff hitter.
It's too bad that they can't have a leadoff hitter in Boston. But who else? I thought a guy that had value, but I didn't think they'd trade him was Abreu. But I don't know about him now. Is he tailing off a little bit?
Yeah.
Tailed off a little bit, yeah.
You got Romy who just came back.
Oh, forget
He's-
that.
no, I'm not saying he's going to get you a lot of stuff, but I bet you a lot of teams are going to look at him because he can play the outfield, he can play the infield. He's not
Play the infield, play the outfield. The position I've seen him is what's those nuts that you eat in the dugout with spitting
the seeds.
Sunflower seeds?
the seeds.
Yeah.
He does well with that. You're talking about outfield, infield. He eats a bag of seeds every other inning. You got to play. He hasn't played.
He hasn't played. He just came off the disabled
How
list.
much is he making?
He's not making that
Well,
much.
the Red Sox not making that much.
No, he's not.
Oh, I thought they give him an extra contract.
No,
I don't think he was one of the guys.
No,
not Gonzalez.
No.
He's the kind of guy
they won't trade him.
where
No.
a team would want because you can fit him in anywhere. He's starting to swing the bat.
But they don't. They won't because of what you just said. They don't owe him any money.
Yeah.
Otherwise, they got to pay. Like if they want to get rid of the center fielder or Campbell Soup that's in the minors, they got to take the money. They're gonna have to pay the money. So with him, they'll keep him. He's not gonna go anywhere, Bill.
I'm just saying.
I don't think anyhow. Because of that. That's all.
I don't think you're going to get a lot in return for him, but he's a guy that I know if the other guy, if the shortstop was off the disabled list, he would probably go. Story.
What are you going to get for him?
Broken bat.
A bag of chips?
Some
peanut
sunflower
shells.
seeds? They're in
Especially
a-
with his contract. I mean, obviously, I think they'd probably have to eat a lot of that.
Yeah,
They
when-
did it, but-
when
I
you
think he's
look
only got
ar-
1 year left.
when you
Yeah.
look around their team, they don't have anybody that's enticing to other teams right now. I don't think. The only guy you
Rafaela
say
would be the other one, but
No,
you're not
that-
you're not giving him up.
they won't.
You get rid of him. You just
Yeah, you're not going to give him up. Like,
That's
might
what I
as well
think.
bring in a bulldozers.
yeah,
So who else?
that'd be like the Celtics getting rid of Jaylen Brown. Oh wait, that did happen.
Oh, that did happen for nothing. Well, they got some draft picks. But
Well, yeah, well, that's another story.
But
But
they don't have a. Rafael is the only one, and then I got to get rid of him. And then the first baseman.
and
You got a couple catches.
unless you
Are
want to
they
get rid
worth
of,
it?
like, you're not getting rid of any of those pitchers. You got a good staff when everyone's healthy.
the only pitcher I could see them
Durbin?
getting rid of. No, because they're not paying him much. He hasn't signed a long-term contract.
But if you want to get something for somebody, at least he's somebody.
Yeah, I think the only guy out of the starters that they would probably listen, but they would have to get a lot. Plus, he's going to have to agree to it. Is Gray. And do you want to get rid of him? But he's
Cy
only,
Young Award winner.
he's only signed to the end of the year. He is a free agent.
I mean, it depends on, I don't know, it depends on the type of direction they want to go in. But if you give up Sonny Gray and you get a ton back, okay.
But
But-
you're not going to get a
but-
ton back
but that's
for,
what I'm saying,
for a
like-
rental.
Yeah. You're not going to. So I think you're better off just keeping him.
And don't forget, he doesn't have a real good track record either of being consistent.
And healthy. Right?
Gray.
Yeah.
Well, he wasn't that great in New York. I know he hated that.
Neither was the closer.
Yeah. Well, he was happy for a couple of years.
Yeah. Yeah.
But Gray, he just passed 2,000 strikeouts and 2,000 innings pitched. So that's
Oh, there's no doubt he's a candidate for Cy Young Award at half.
Yeah, no, he's had a great MLB career. He has. Like,
and look at a couple of the games that he left with the lead that the arsonists have given up.
Well, how they gonna, is it this year?
Yeah, he's only signed to the end of the season.
Red Sox are in trouble.
Do you think after the Yankees sweep though, like didn't that happen last year and then things started to turn a little bit?
Yeah, but
Could you see that happening again this year?
if everything goes right, yes. And they sweep the Yankees, and before and after they played teams that, well, they played Colorado, which is probably one of the worst teams. Colorado takes 2 out of 3. Then they play a 500 team and lose 2 out of 3.
The record was probably a little bit better than the Red Sox.
No, they were about almost.
Well,
even.
The Yankees had a lot better record than the Red Sox.
No,
and they
I'm
got
just saying.
swept.
I'm just
That
saying.
happens.
But the consistency you don't see, especially in the head. Their pitching, what they had, even though I hate what they call a quality start, but they had 16 quality starts in a row of the starter going at least 6 innings, which this day and age you don't see too much. The pitching has been there, except for the middle of the bullpen. It's they can't get that consistent hitting. They just
Yeah, you got to score
and,
runs.
and everyone says, well, look at their run differential. Their run differential, their plus, because when they win, they'll win big. Because
Well, that don't mean anything. Just a W is what counts.
Yeah, I
Yeah,
know.
the wins are the only thing that matters.
but I'm just saying, people are saying, you look at that, they score runs.
Well, those people
No,
are crazy.
Yes, they are.
Yeah.
They score runs, yes, in bunches.
Don't put anything into context.
Yeah, that's nonsense. You can win a game 1-0. It counts as a win.
Yes.
It doesn't matter how you win. You could
They-
win 10 walk-offs in a
They
row.
they won a bang. What was it when they got fired? 23 to something,
Yeah.
and they all got fired. What does it mean?
Nothing.
Nothing. They must have won that game 1-0. Poor Alex.
Now,
Oh, Bill, I had a question for you. I'm going to kind of switch gears here with kind of college football, NFL football a little bit here. Brandon Sorsby, that whole situation. I know he got eligible for the supplemental draft. The supplemental draft is not happening now. So what do you think about the whole situation? I got a lot of thoughts on this, but
if I was an NFL owner, I would stay away from him. I don't care how good you are. Why did he get in trouble? Shaving points.
because he was
He got
betting
trouble.
on his team.
Yeah, but
Right, but he wasn't playing at that time.
it
but
don't
he was,
make a difference.
No, I know that's what I'm saying.
Well,
but
how
yeah.
can he shave points if he's
Well,
not playing?
he's involved in gambling. That's the worst thing for an owner to have one of his players. You as an owner, you're going to take that risk of someone that may be suspended because it might happen again.
Now playing devil's advocate here, he says he's turned over like a new leaf, a new page. Do you think that's possible?
It-
And could he be an inspiration to somebody else who's going through something
always
like that?
to see the best and wish for the best
Do you
in
think-
everyone.
Do you think he's the only one that bets on
No.
football?
But he got caught.
Oh, well, if you don't get caught, it's okay.
But I'm just saying, he got
But
caught.
I mean, what's going to stop the owner from taking it? Guys, I'm not going to do that. But anybody can bet.
I understand that.
But Bill, did they actually convict him of him having
Bet
to
on
do
the
with the outcome of a game?
not the outcome, but he was betting on a game.
Then it doesn't. That's not. Anybody can bet. If you knew somebody in the NFL and they said, "Bill, put this bet in for me," it's his bet.
And it's his team.
So what?
I
So what?
personally,
Does he bet on to lose?
I don't know.
Yeah, I don't know.
Well, if he bet on to if he bet on to lose, it might come into play. But if he bet on to win, what's wrong with that? How many of those guys that are playing Major League Baseball, basketball, football, whatever. You figure bet.
Well, just look at the two Cleveland pitchers. They ruined their careers. They will never pitch in Major League Baseball again.
Terry Rozier in the NBA. Malik Beasley just got caught in the NBA. I don't think the number's like astronomically high. I obviously think it's. I mean,
compared to what they can wager on.
I think that was the worst thing to happen because it's so freely open now to anyone to bet. All you need is an app on.
But how about the courts of Texas, right, or wherever that trial took place, saying that he was allowed to play college football again? Initially,
that would be worse.
I found that absolutely insane that court found it. That he's able to play college football again until the conference itself stepped in and kind of did something.
Well,
that's insane.
That'd be worse than in the NFL.
I don't think he should be playing anywhere.
He shouldn't be allowed to play college football again for sure.
No.
And there's been so many different lawsuits, not just betting, but players taking schools or conferences to court about eligibility and everything. It just got so.
Well, that's a whole loose.
No, but I mean, it's how many times did you ever see?
No, but I mean, you're talking about betting.
Yeah, but I'm just saying anything. It never went to the courts before because a lot of this stuff didn't happen.
The times have changed, Bill.
Yeah.
I mean, that's the way it is. What are you going to do? Hey, back in the day, they pitched 9 innings, and the manager wanted to take them out. He'd probably tell them where to go.
He did.
So now it's 5. Let me get 5. Let me get through 5 innings, please.
Let me get through 4.
Just let me get through 5 innings. How many pitches do I have? Give me a break. They're all babies.
I could not see him going back to college. And
well, let him go back to college.
I think
But you don't want him in the NFL.
I wouldn't let him go back to college. And if they're saying it was up to the conference, if I was the commissioner of the conference.
Oh no, that's what I'm saying. Like the commissioner of the conference is saying, like, no, we're not like
that. He's a smart guy.
And teams are not going to play them if that was going to happen. So that's why it's not happening now. But the court initially ruled that he was eligible to play, which again, I just find that insane because he was going to play at Texas Tech, and the court of Texas, right, ended up saying that it was basically kind of okay that happened and gave him the second chance. When you look at the track record of everything, it was a lot. It was a lot that he kind of bet on.
So it wasn't his first offense, or
No.
Yeah, he should have never been allowed to go back.
It just ruins the integrity of college football. You just let a guy walk back in like that. But
it's just sad.
It's
sad that this day and age you got to worry about that too.
Oh yeah, well that's a big. They sponsor all that stuff.
Yeah.
These betting outlets. You look at it. They get the odds.
The worst thing is the prop bets. Pitch by pitch. Those are the worst bets. Because those are the ones that can be.
Well, it doesn't matter, Bill. Any bet is illegal. They shouldn't do it.
No, I'm just saying. As
oh yeah, well, the first pitch is going to be a ball.
Yeah.
Well, of course, I can control that from the pitcher.
Yeah. No, but I'm just saying, as a fan, I just think it's.
I mean, if you're betting on something like that, then I don't know.
You got a problem.
I don't know what you're doing.
You got
a 50-50 shot, and like, come on.
But you got a problem.
Yeah. For sure.
No, I'm talking about the pitcher.
I'm just talking
purposely
about
doing it.
Yeah.
I'm talking about the fan.
The pitcher can control it then.
Yes. That's how the guys from Cleveland got caught.
Yeah. Please gamble responsibly if you're going to, guys.
Yeah,
Please.
exactly. And like I said, those are the big sponsors of a lot of these sporting events. FanDuel, that's all you see.
Guys, I think that the biggest controversy that you're going to see now is a pitcher placed a bet on himself throwing the first pitch as a ball, but the umpire placed a bet that the first pitch was going to be a strike.
Yeah, but
Yeah.
with the K zone and the appeal, it's tough now. If they have enough challenges left.
But the opposing manager also bet that it was going to be a ball, so they're both challenging it. And then the commissioner bet that it was going to be a strike.
You're going to start complicating.
Just wait till it gets out of challenges, then you're all set.
That K zone's gonna widen. Big time.
And have you noticed that? I'm not saying anything for or against, but it looks
Well,
like
then you better not say that.
Here we go.
No,
We'll interpret how we want to.
when the challenges are done, and even you hear some of the announcers. Now what are they going to do? There's no challenges left. Does the guy expand the zone? I don't think he's going to expand the zone because he's still getting rated.
The umpire,
Yeah,
yeah.
he's not gonna. No, he's
No,
not gonna
but I'm
change.
just saying
Yeah.
the inference, tough word, is well, it's going to expand now because there's no challenges.
Yeah, no.
It's not going to expand because if the guy wants a playoff game, he wants to make extra money, he's still getting rated.
You can make extra money betting. You don't have to work.
He don't want to lose his job either.
That's all. The guy that challenges a lot is the center fielder.
Yeah, and he challenged.
The minute they call a strike on him,
I think it was last night he challenged in the third or fourth.
doesn't
inning.
matter with
It
him.
wasn't even close.
Could be in the first inning he does
I've
it.
been surprised seeing this year though. Like a lot of times, the catchers, the pitchers, batters that usually kind of challenge, they've been more wrong, at least from the games that I've watched, than right. So credit to the umpires for doing a really good job overall. I think in all the games that I've watched, I know there's a lot that get overturned.
I just get nervous when the umpire doesn't realize the mic's still hot, and he goes, "Yeah, I got that one."
Yeah, but
He deserves it.
But let's face it, when you watch those challenges, just a tiny piece of that ball hits the strike zone.
Yeah.
I mean, I don't care who's umpiring. That guy's pretty good.
Yes.
Even though he might have missed 5 of them during the game.
Yeah,
Tell me somebody else wouldn't miss them.
it's not even a quarter of an inch.
Yep.
Well, that's what I said. I just said a little bit.
Yeah, it just.
Yeah, he just showed it with.
Yeah, we
you
just-
gave an actual.
I'm sorry, I wasn't looking.
It just has to touch it. That's crazy. And the guy gets penalized for that, the umpire. Well, Bill,
I like strikes.
I know, but I mean, it'd be one thing if the ball was in the strike zone, but just if it had a thread hanging off it.
I mean,
No, I understand. I understand the rule. I'm just
Wait a
saying.
minute.
I'm just trying to point out.
What's
I'm
worse?
just trying to point out that the umpires are not as bad as they make them out to be.
Yes.
When he says CB Buckner missed 30 calls in one game.
CB Buckner.
Well, he had a tough start to the year. Maybe he's
Wait a minute.
maybe he's doing a little bit better. Now.
He's had a tough career.
No, I just use that.
No,
Could be anybody. I mean, let's face it. That's not an easy job.
Well, how would you like to be coming up to plate and all of a sudden you hear, "Uh-oh"?
Well, that's different. That umpire knew what he was doing because he gave you a warning ahead of time.
Uh-oh. Yeah, but I don't have a pitch thrown at me. Uh-oh.
What more of a warning could I give you?
Yeah.
You better swing because it's a strike. Yeesh. Never live that one down.
Don't worry, I swung at the pitch.
Huh?
I listened to you. I swung at the pitch.
Yeah. Joey Serra, he didn't listen. It's okay.
Oh, and the Buffalo Bills got their new stadium built now. New Highmark Stadium. It looks
Yeah.
really nice.
How many in that? How many can he put in there?
I
don't-
think
Must
I
be
don't know the
80?
capacity off my head.
80 something.
Gotta be. Wow.
I wouldn't. I probably
What do you got, notes?
no. I just I just
We don't have no, there's no notes on this program.
I just wanted to make sure I got the right person
Approximately 62,000.
Oh, really?
with a lot of luxury boxes.
Yes.
Well, that's where the money is.
Well, and they made it the roof too, so that the wind has less an effect, I guess, during the games. Kind of like a curved roof they were talking about. I was
So-
watching something the other day, but
So it won't affect the punters.
yeah. But you'll still get like the snow, obviously, because there's no actual roof, so that's good. They'll still have snow games up in Buffalo.
You remember our good friend Louis Serra,
Yes.
umpire? Well, he's a Giant fan. I told you this story, you know.
He was a Giant fan, and
So we had a game over here at Craig Field. Carl Grand owned ERI and NLC in New Haven. So we were going to play a game against one another in Westerly. So who comes to play for New Haven is Jennings, Dave Jennings, the punter. So Louis and I were down on the field, and I said to him, I said, "You're a Giant. You love the Giants, don't you?" I said, "Yeah." I said, "Well, why don't you go out there and talk to one of your players?" "Who?" I said, "Dave Jennings." "That's not Dave Jennings."
never saw him with the.
I said, "Dave." He punted one that almost went out of Craig Field. "Oh my God," he said, "that is Dave Jennings."
He didn't recognize him without a helmet.
No, no number on him. Dave Jennings couldn't play softball.
Probably could golf.
Yeah, probably. I don't know.
The Yankees had I think, a big loss to their rotation. Yesterday, they wound up putting Rodon on the,
Yep.
IL. And it was
You do have notes.
well, elbow inflammation. I just wanted to make sure I got the,
Rodon?
yeah. That's not good
No.
because you look at most pitchers that have gone down this year.
Pitch right-handed.
I don't know. Well, he might be able to.
He's gonna have to figure out how to be ambidextrous
Well,
real quick.
But a lot of pitchers with the inflammation this year that they're calling it that injury, they haven't been coming back. They've been talking about surgery.
Is this an early retirement injury we're talking about?
Well, he just had a surgery done.
But how many pitchers? We only hear the Yankee, Red Sox, but throughout Major League Baseball, I wonder how many pitchers have that kind of an injury. Gotta be.
Remember, throwing the baseball is not a natural motion.
Well, I know, but we're just talking about the Yankees, Red Sox all the time. But there's other teams.
Yeah.
I just wonder what the number is that we have enough injuries between the Red Sox.
Yeah, well, there's a lot because the Orioles just lost their closer for a while.
Yeah.
Maybe they're coming back too quick. And they get hurt again. I don't know. That could be the team's fault or the player. Nowadays, the player, I'm ready to go.
Maybe they're too muscle bound.
To what?
Too muscle
Yeah,
bound.
that could be.
Your arms got to be flexible.
And sometimes it's just a matter of some tough luck too with some of these guys. you know.
Look at years ago with the Yankee Red Sox, Yankee especially. I read a book about that. I can read. They can. The only muscles they had to use was this one.
And that's all he cared about.
Off the bar, have a few beers, we'll be fine.
Bill Lee ruined his career got ruined in a Red Sox Yankee fight.
Well, that's different. Fight.
Yeah.
Should stay
Wait a
out.
minute.
Stay away. Stay away from.
You're a left-handed pitcher. You get in the middle of a fight. Don't use your left arm.
No, just stay out of the fight if you're a pitcher.
Yeah.
It's crazy. But you're right. Look at those guys back in the day. They didn't have all this equipment. They were lucky if they got to bed that night to play the game the next afternoon.
Yeah, that and during the off season, they didn't worry about working out every other day.
Oh, they had to work.
They had to get a real job.
Yeah, a lot of them guys sold cars, sold insurance.
I thought
in
you
the
said-
off
I thought you
season.
said stole for a second.
Well,
I
they
was-
probably did. Some of those guys. But
No,
it,
those guys didn't have the big contract.
Yeah.
but this really though, we're supposed to make things better for baseball and players.
With the
You know,
technology and everything.
But maybe it didn't. So how do you know? Or again, coming back too quick. I mean, the technology they have now. I mean, geez, you would think it would be the other way around. It would help them, but I don't know. Maybe it doesn't.
All right, before, because it's coming close.
Coming close to what?
What? Talk about the trade,
What trade?
the big trade,
Yeah, I talked a little bit about it yesterday. I wasn't a fan of it, obviously.
the Celtics.
The Celtics trade.
They
Talk to him.
Yeah, I wasn't a big fan of it just because I know the type of player that Jaylen Brown is. And at some points he has been the best player even when Tatum has been on the floor.
so the Celtics are saying that Tatum is the better player. Yes or no?
Essentially, I think so. I think Jaylen Brown's comments, and again, I have no idea, like in all reality. This is just what I personally think, right? We don't know all the ins and outs. We were talking about that yesterday morning on the morning show, but it had to have been a thing where they didn't like those comments that Jaylen Brown had at the end of the season, saying that it was his favorite season ever, right? Even though they were up 3-1 in the first round and then they lose. And he doesn't say that the 2024 finals run where he won conference finals MVP, and they won a championship together. That's not his favorite season. But the one where they get bounced out in the first round is. I could also see why Jaylen Brown said that, though, too, because that was like his best year in totality in the regular season because he had to be the guy. He had to lead that team without Tatum. And a lot of people doubted them going into the season, and they still ended up being the second seed in the Eastern Conference. But there's got to be more to that Tatum-Brown relationship too. I don't know if, they seem like two different types of personalities.
Was it worth the 76ers giving up as much as they did
Yes.
with the draft picks?
Yes, because you have a team in Philadelphia right now that can
That's
win.
ready.
That can legit win the championship now, right? Because the Knicks are still going to be really good, of course, right? The Celtics, I still think, will be a good team. You got some other teams in there. The Raptors are going to be good if Kawhi can stay healthy.
So you're
But you have-
mortgaging everything on next year's team.
Yeah, and I mean, Jaylen Brown's only like 30. So you're going to have him for a while if you decide to extend him, too, because you got two really good young guards in Tyrese Maxey and VJ Edgecombe. And then if Embiid, that's the big thing. If Embiid can stay healthy, they're going to be one of the top two teams in the Eastern Conference, no doubt, because Jaylen Brown brings that much more. Now, with all that being said, there's only one basketball between those three, right? So they're going to have to figure that out because all three of those guys, Maxey, Brown, and
Wanna
Embiid,
score.
all have, they all want the ball. So they're going to have – it's going to take an adjustment for sure, as it always is when you put so many talented guys together. But I think they have a legit shot. They got a good coach. They picked up some other good pieces in the offseason so far too. And it just stinks as a Celtics fan because you traded him to Philly, a team that came back
in
and
your
beat
conference.
you 3-1 when you were up, right? And then a team that's in your conference. And I don't know.
Well,
it was just tough to see.
Those three guys you're talking about is the key. They have to get together and say, listen,
What are we going to do?
we
here?
can't be hogging the basketball.
Yep.
We got to play. And maybe in this day and age, it haven't won in a while, right?
No, they haven't won a championship
No.
in a while.
So,
Yeah.
under those circumstances, maybe they can do that.
Yeah.
And maybe that's what Philadelphia is banking on anyhow.
After the big trade a couple of weeks ago where we thought the Celtics were going to get for Brown, they were going to get the big man. Celtics knew they got to get rid of him. We can't keep him. And is this just the best offer they had? Or because like you said, they dumped him to someone, I shouldn't say dumped, they traded him to someone within the division.
Again, and I like Paul George. I think Paul George is a solid player, and he used to be a really, really good player. But for, the type of team you have right now, I thought if they decided to not even go after Giannis, just bring back that same team. They ended up signing Mitchell Robinson to a deal, a New York Knicks center. You got a couple other pieces there. I thought they could have ran it back and saw what happened after that. Tatum would have had a full off season to be, get himself fully healthy. Jaylen Brown just had the best year in his career. I just think the whole situation was mishandled. I know how good Giannis is, don't get me wrong, but I don't know. That was a big contract, and you knew that before the trade.
Yep.
And apparently the report was, they didn't want to extend his contract, or they didn't end up offering enough for him. So then if you don't offer enough for him, then you screw yourself there too, because you threw Jaylen Brown's name in there. You don't offer enough, and then it comes out, and it's like, I'm Jaylen Brown, but I'm getting traded. I was a top 5 leader for MVP last year.
Yeah. Now
and you're trading me.
Now, how about the stuff on the West Coast?
It's been interesting. I know. We'll see where LeBron ends up.
The Warriors?
That's what I'm thinking. All signs are kind of pointing.
They said one of 3 teams that he would be interested in. One was the Warriors, one was the Heat, and one was going. He's not going back to Cleveland for the 3rd time.
I don't really see that happening either.
Does he have? What's the best shot? I think it's with the Warriors.
It might be, I mean, if they somehow are able to pull this off, the Heat would be the best option, I think.
But
because Giannis is there now.
Well,
you got Bam Adebayo. It would take a lot, I think.
Well, you got to realize with how the structure is about veteran player, A player, B player. Do they have room?
That would be the thing. Yeah.
Which I think the Warriors have.
The Warriors, I think, are more set up for it than the Heat. And if that does happen, they got a shot. Especially you got Curry and LeBron. I know they're aging, but if they really come together and say, hey, let's really give this thing a good shot. We competed against each other all these years. Let's go out and try to win one together. And I think they could.
We're about out of time, believe it or not.
Again?
Look at that.
How about that?
Time flies when you're having fun.
Yep, absolutely. For Dan and Bill and Lou is on assignment. He'll be back next week. I'm Ken. Thanks for watching, and happy 4th.
Happy 4th.